What is that one thing in your pitch deck that can instantly kill your funding chances, even if everything else is perfect? Now, founders typically spend weeks perfecting their pitch deck. Their product is amazing, market research is solid, and then they get to that slide about financial projections. And suddenly, you're staring at a blank spreadsheet thinking, how do I even begin to predict the future? But if you mess up this one section, you're not just wasting time, you could be leaving thousands or even millions of dollars in potential funding on the table. Here's something most entrepreneurs don't know. The average investor looks at your financial slide for exactly 47 seconds. Now, in less than a minute, they have decided whether you understand your business or whether you're just another dreamer with a spreadsheet. Many incredible businesses with brilliant ideas fail to secure funding because their financial projections were not up to the mark. They either overpromise, underdeliver, or just plain confuse the investors. And if you don't get this right, you risk investors walking away, taking their money, and your potential growth with them. But that's not going to be you, because in the next 12 minutes, I'm going to reveal the 5 mistakes that are costing entrepreneurs millions in funding. Plus, I'll also give you a secret investor litmus test that can tell you if your projections will get funded before even you walk into the room. So if you're serious about getting funded, you cannot afford to skip any part of this video. Your business and its future depends on it. Now, let's understand the mindset of an investor and what they are thinking while reviewing your financial projections. When they look at your financials, they are asking themselves, does this person understand their business? Are these assumptions reasonable? Can they execute on the plan? And what happens if things go wrong? If your projections are obviously unrealistic, investors will question everything else you've told them. They'll think, if they are this wrong about the numbers, what else are they wrong about? Remember, investors aren't just investing in your idea, they are investing in your ability to execute that idea. Your financial projections are your chance to prove that you can think strategically and plan ahead. When you present projections that are well researched, realistic, and backed by data, you build that confidence with the investors. Okay, so let's first talk about what investors are really looking for when they see your financial projections. They're not just looking at numbers, they are looking at your story of how you understand your business. Now, here's what most entrepreneurs get wrong. They think that they need to predict the future perfectly, but investors know that you can't see the future. But what they want to see is that you understand the key drivers of your business and that your assumptions are based on real data. So, what you need to do first is clearly articulate your business model. Which customer segment are you targeting? Is your business subscription-based, transactional, or ad-supported? Once you know that, identify your key drivers. What are the core metrics that directly influence your revenue? For example, for a SaaS company, these might be the number of subscribers, average revenue per user, and their churn rate. These are the important drivers. Now, something like for an e-commerce store, the key drivers might be number of unique visitors, conversion rate, and average order value. For a physical product, it might be the number of units sold and the average selling price of the product. Investors want to see that you understand the levers of your business. And when you show them, for example, that your goal is to acquire 100 new customers every month and each customer spending $50 on an average. This is far more compelling than just saying we'll make $5,000 next month. Now, if you want a structured guide to articulate your business model, you can check out my business planning workbook. I'll link it down in the description. Now, once you have your revenue drivers in place, you need to project your revenue for the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years. Now, there are 2 methods to project your financials: top-down approach and bottom-up approach. If you're new to financial modeling, you can check out my video linked above to know more about these two approaches. The best financial projections use what I called a two-pronged approach, which means that for your first 1 to 2 years, you use bottom-up forecasting. That means you start with what you can actually control and measure. Things like how many customers your team can realistically handle, how much can you spend on marketing per month, and what's your actual conversion rate from lead to customer. For years 3 to 5, you shift to top-down forecasting, showing investors the market opportunity and your potential share of it. This makes you able to substantiate your short-term targets on a detailed level, while at the same time, your long-term targets demonstrate the desired market share and the ambition an investor is looking for. If you find it difficult estimating demand at all, one way of tackling this is to perform keyword research. Keyword tools give you insights in the search volumes for keywords that relate to your product or your service. They can show you per city, country, or continent how much monthly searches are performed for that specific keyword on the internet. Before you even open your spreadsheet, create what I call an evidence folder. This is where you collect every piece of data that supports your assumptions. Your customer interviews, competitor pricing research, market size studies, your early sales data, and any cost codes from your suppliers. Remember, in the startup world, assumptions without evidence are just wishful thinking. Now, before we get to the common pitch deck mistakes, let me ask you a question. Are you currently working on financial projections for your business? Or maybe you're struggling with the numbers, or you're not sure if your assumptions are realistic enough. So I have helped over 100 entrepreneurs create funding ready financial projections, and I'd love to help you too. I'm offering a free discovery call where I'll review your current projections or help you get started if you haven't begun yet. My team and I can spot the red flags and give you a clear roadmap for creating projections that investors actually believe in. There's a link in the description to book your call, but spots are limited, so grab it while you can. Now let's talk about the 5 deadly mistakes that will kill your pitch before you even finish presenting. This is perhaps the most common mistake, the hockey stick, where your revenue magically explodes after year 1 or year 2 with no clear explanation. This instantly signals a lack of strategic planning to investors, and believe me, they have seen it 1,000 times and they'll walk away. While ambition is good, this rarely works. If you are projecting exponential growth, you must justify it with specific strategies. Are you launching a new product, or are you entering a new market? Are you trying to scale your sales team dramatically? Show the underlying driver of that growth and not just the outcome. Otherwise, it looks like wishful thinking, and that translates directly to lost funding opportunities. Instead, show gradual, sustainable growth with clear milestones. Explain exactly what you're going to do each quarter to drive that growth. Your financials should be a natural extension of your business story. If your narrative focuses on disruptive technology, but your revenue projection looks like a traditional consulting firm, there is a disconnect. Your financial projections should reinforce your market opportunity, the unique value proposition, and your go-to-market strategy. They should paint a quantitative picture of the future that you're describing in your pitch. Inconsistency, on the other hand, makes investors nervous and can lead them to pass. So instead, what you want to do is build up from your actual capacity. If you can handle 100 customers per month and you charge $1,000 each, that's $100,000 per month. And that is your starting point. Now, I see entrepreneurs project $1 million in revenue for year 1, but they forget that B2B customers might take 60 to 90 days to pay, but the company needs to pay their expenses monthly. So you could be profitable on paper, but bankrupt in reality, which is something that we want to avoid. So, what you want to do is always include a monthly cash flow projection for at least your first 18 months. Show investors exactly when you'll run out of money if you don't get funded. Now, entrepreneurs get so excited about revenue that they forget about the costs. They project $100,000 in revenue but only $20,000 in expenses. But let me give you a reality check. If you are doing 100,000 in revenue, you're probably spending at least $70,000 to get there. Marketing, salaries, office rent, software tools, insurance, it all adds up. So, what you want to do is use the bottom up method here too. List every single expense you'll have, get real quotes, and add a 20% buffer for things you might forget. Mistake number 5, only showing the best case scenario. Smart investors want to see 3 scenarios: conservative, realistic, and optimistic. This shows them that you've thought through different possibilities and you have a contingency plan. So, what you want to do here is create 3 versions of your projections and explain what assumptions would be needed for each scenario to happen. Alright, now for that secret investor litmus test I promised. Here it is. Before any investor meeting, ask yourself this one question. If I had to defend every single number in my projections to a skeptical CFO for 30 minutes, would I be able to do it? If the answer is no, you are not ready. If you can't explain why you chose that conversion rate, where that market size came from, or how you calculated customer acquisition cost, investors will sense it immediately. The entrepreneurs who get funded aren't the ones with the prettiest slides. They are the ones who can defend every assumption with real data. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. And click the link in description right now to book your free discovery call. Remember, one rejected funding could cost you millions, and one accepted round could change your life forever. If this video saved you from making expensive mistakes with your projections, smash that like button and subscribe for more useful information for your small business. I'll see you on the next video. Till then, keep it simple. Bye.